time over his controversial Liberation Day tariffs. A U.S. trade court has blocked the move, calling it an overreach of executive power. With criticism mounting from lawmakers, courts and even former allies, Trump's trade agenda is facing a serious pushback. Syed Mohammed Absar Hassan brings us the details.
Fellow Americans, this is
US President Donald Trump, it seems, is inviting criticism for most of his actions from multiple quarters, including his own people, some his closest aides, till just a few months back. In a sharp rebuke to President Trump's latest trade move, a US trade court has blocked his controversial Liberation Day tariff. The ruling deals a significant blow to the administration's economic strategy and raises questions about the limits of presidential authority. Judges found the president had overstepped his legal authority by imposing the tariff without clear evidence of a national emergency, a requirement under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. The 1977 law is intended for a rare and serious threat, not as a tool for unilateral economic action. On April 2, 2025, Trump announced reciprocal tariffs aimed at matching foreign duties on US goods, escalating the trade war he reignited after returning to the White House.
my fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day, waiting for a long time. Effective at midnight, we will impose a 25% tariff on all foreign-made automobiles.
US representatives from various states reacted to the court's decision that blocked President Trump's tariffs. Republican Representative Riley Moore of West Virginia condemned the decision. In a social media post, X, Moore said, "Outrageous news. Congress must pass my US Reciprocal Tariff Act immediately, which will neuter this judge's ridiculous ruling against President Trump's reciprocal tariffs." Offering a sharply different perspective, even Democratic Representative Mark Warner of Virginia praised the court's intervention. In a social media post, Warner stated that the courts are saving the Trump administration from itself and saving American businesses and families from these cruel taxes. If we know anything about this administration, though, they'll stop at nothing to inflict more cruelty and bad policy. I'll keep fighting their chaos. In another major setback, Tesla CEO Elon Musk has exited the Trump administration after a turbulent stint working to reform the federal government. Musk's 130-day role with the Department of Government Efficiency ends as planned. The White House says Doge's effort to streamline government's operations will continue. The Trump administration is also facing backlash over its decision to revoke visas of Chinese students, particularly those linked to the Chinese Communist Party or enrolled in sensitive fields of study. China has strongly opposed the move, calling it politically motivated and harmful to the academic and cultural exchanges.
The US has unreasonably cancelled Chinese students' visas under the pretext of ideology and national security, which has seriously damaged the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese students and disrupted normal cultural exchanges between the two countries. China firmly opposes this and has lodged representations with the US. This politically discriminatory practice by the US exposes the lie of so-called freedom and openness that the US has always touted and will further damage their own international image and national credibility.
Trump has vowed to keep fighting, but the court's ruling mark a key check on his authority. With political divisions deepening and legal battles looming, the future of US trade remains uncertain. From tariffs to tech, the administration faces growing resistance in courts, in Congress, and even from within. Syed Mohammed Absar Hassan's report for DD India.